Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. So, back through the 2000s, I was a gamer. I gamed all the time. I would get home from work, put on my Logitech headset, join my guild, and game. And Logitech got me through those years perfectly until, the cats chewed the cord and I would go to Radio Shack and I would get another Logitech headset. And I was so happy with them. So yesterday I bought a Logitech headset. Yeah, the microphone sucks. I know it does. I can't hear myself, thank God. I can't hear myself. But I know it sucks because I made a short yesterday and it sucked. That's a shame. I miss Radio Shack and I miss my other Logitech headsets. I miss it. They were great. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. We got a trial. Not the full trial. Don't worry, it was long enough. It's a murder trial. And what we're going to do today, we're going to listen to some testimony. Tomorrow, we're going to listen to the closing statements from both sides. And that's when we'll hear everything we need to hear. And then Sunday, we get to hear the verdict. And the verdict, I've never ever seen a verdict like this before in my life. It's crazy. It's so crazy that the trial is still going on now. The jurors were sent home yesterday after they gave the verdict. And the judge said, I don't know what to do. Everybody come back tomorrow. Alternates, come back tomorrow. Everybody, come back tomorrow. We'll try to figure this out. So, today is tomorrow, by the way. So I'll get what happens today, and then we'll see that all on Sunday. How was it yesterday? You mean the live stream? It was very good. The sentencing was very good. Very good. 25 years. He got 25 years in prison for what he did to her. Alright. Yeah, because it was sensitive content. I couldn't really put it in public. It has to be members only because it's, Alright. Let's get started, guys. So, this judge. We're watching this judge, who we usually only see with Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly, don't you point your finger at the court. But she didn't give discovery, and he didn't matter. It's not fair. Why do I have to prove it? She doesn't have to prove it. We're not going to see that today. We're not. We're going to see two real lawyers with the cranky judge. Judge Caulfield, whatever, Crawford, Caulfield, or something in between.
You have a monitor in front of you, and you have this other device that may be blocking you as well.
Right.
If you can get up for us and then just kind of demonstrate on this monitor where everybody will be able to see.
Okay. I had the car pulled this way in front of these steps because she'll sit in the back seat and I have to pull her right here where I can carry her up those steps.
All right.
Because she can't walk.
Okay. And you said that you used to have rails on those steps?
It was a rail right here.
thank you. And did you respond to her at all when she said that?
I didn't at first. I carried my mother on in the house, and then I came back out and said something to her.
Okay. Do you recall what you may have said to her?
I really don't, but I know I was angry.
All right. Did she say anything back to you?
She did. She said a few words, and then she picked up a brick that was on the side of her house, and I walked toward the end of the cement toward her, and my daughter grabbed me.
Okay. And if you can demonstrate where you walked to?
I walked from the steps to here at the end of the cement, right about here. And she was walking this way with a brick, and she stopped in the grass.
All right. When she stopped in the grass, was that in your yard?
No, I don't think so.
All
I
right.
think she was right at the end of the fence.
All right. Thank you. And so that was the first incident.
Right.
Any idea where that would come from, why she would say that?
I don't know. I mean, she was sitting on her porch. She was on her phone. She was smoking. And I just don't know where it came from, because we had never had any problems up until then.
Okay. Now, do you recall any incidents after the two of you exchanged words regarding that incident?
Well, after that, every time I would come in, she would yell out the B word or just some kind of thing. She would just always yell, and I just continued to walk into the house because it wasn't worth the time to sit there and argue with her every day.
I have one neighbor like that, but it's me saying to her, not her. She doesn't call me the B word. I call her mean old lady. I call her mean old lady to her face as often as I can, because she has absolutely no hesitation on telling me that my dog is ugly. She has no hesitation to walk up to my daughter who parked her truck. Just came home from work, parked her truck, come into the house. This mean old lady comes out and says, I don't want you to park your truck near my house. It's ugly. Oh yeah? Is that ugly? Okay. So when she called my dog ugly, I was fine with that. If I go to my dog and I say, oh, you are such an ugly monster, aren't you? My dog doesn't know. My dog thinks I love my dog because of the tone. So whatever, she can call my dog anything she wants. Not a big deal. You know, she's fine. But when she tells my daughter what to do, I've lived in this house. I moved out for a little bit when I was married and stuff, but I lived in this house since 1977. And she's going to tell my daughter she can't park her truck somewhere? Oh, no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh, no, you don't. When my daughter told me that, I was out of the house right away. I was out of the house so fast. I was across the street so fast. I didn't swear. I don't think I swore at her. Maybe I didn't swear. I didn't cuss her out. All right. It is a public street, and my daughter just has a red pickup truck. It's as American as you can get. A nice red pickup truck, and you know, she felt like she was allowed to say that, and she started talking to me like she was allowed to talk to my daughter like that. And I did not let her finish her sentences. No, I didn't, because they were stupid sentences, and I can't abide by stupid sentences. And I told her, you know, in no uncertain terms, that yeah, my daughter can park anywhere she wants to park. at any time she wants to. And we don't need her opinion on what her truck looks like at all. And my daughter didn't know I went out there. She had no idea. But what shocked the lady the most, and what I call her the most because it just shocked her, I said, "You are nothing but a mean old lady." And her whole face went, like, what do you mean? I don't know if she was more upset about the mean or the old, or the lady. You know, that lady where it does get people in trouble sometimes, doesn't it? Maybe she got mad because I called her a lady. So now, every time I see her walking her little dog, I said, "Me, an old lady." I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. No one to come up to my daughter and talk to her like that. My daughter did nothing wrong. My daughter is this tiny little 5-foot little pixie who was nice to everybody in the world. Everybody. And if my daughter knew that she called Sophie ugly, my daughter would be crying for days. Mean old lady. But I never carried a brick to her house because they're too heavy. I wouldn't go that far. I really don't have enough energy to actually, throw a brick at her. That's way too hard for me. Words are as much as I can handle. Mean old lady. It's 4:30 in the morning. Oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I should go write a note, put it on her door. Mean old lady. She'll never figure out who did it. I won't. I don't. I just say mean old lady whenever she's in earshot.
And I know you just said the term every day. Do you mean literally every day?
It literally, well, if I didn't go to work or didn't go out, then I didn't see her. But if I was outside, she was always out there because she had a little garden on the side of that fence over there that she was tending to all the time. So she was always outside.
All right. And so, did you have to change your behaviors at all as a result of these interactions?
Well, I did, because she started being outside when I would be on my way to work at 4:30, 4:45. She's outside on the phone, acting like I'm doing something to her, always talking about I'm trying to hit her or something. So I had got to the point where I would just park in front of those steps and drive out. You can't see it's another driveway that's on this side that goes to the level house. So I would just park here in front of my door and drive across the grass to out the other driveway. Because I didn't want to have no kind of confrontation with her at all. If I back out my driveway, she would be standing at the end of the driveway. So I didn't want to have to deal with saying anything to her at all.
All right. And when you say parked on the side, is the passenger door towards the steps?
It was.
Okay. All right. And so the front of the car would be to the left.
Facing toward the other driveway.
All right. And that's to the left.
To the left.
All right. And so, were there any times where you had to call the police in reference to any of these interactions?
I did on the day before that, before the incident.
All right. And you said the day before the incident. You talk about the shooting as the incident?
Right.
All right. And so, tell me about what happened on that day. Do you remember what day of the week that was?
It was a Saturday.
Okay. And so, what happened on that day?
I came home from work
Ned, you're right. My car is held together by bubble gum, literally, and dirt. Dirt, rust, and bubble gum hold my car together. And she called my daughter's car ugly? What the heck is wrong with her?
normally do. I had a blanket, my mother's comforter. She had soiled the comforter that morning, so I took it to work with me because it's too thick. So I put it in the washer there, and I brought it back home. It was still a little damp, so I brought it back and put it in my dryer. But as I went to the door, both of them walked over. Well, I can't say both of them because you won't know who I'm talking about. But Mr. Johnson and Miss Driver both walked over, and she started saying, "I bet you won't say nothing now. I bet you won't say nothing now." So I said, "I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead and get away from me." So he said, "I'm gonna F you up." And I said, "Get out my yard."
And so let me kind of stop you there, just so that I can be clear. You said that you was gonna put the blanket in the dryer. Where is the dryer
The
located?
dryer is
Yes, sir. That was the important part of that whole conversation. He's gonna put the damn blanket in the dryer. I hate lawyers. I hate lawyers. Every day I hate lawyers more and more. Wasting my time.
there's a room right in front of my truck. It's a laundry room. You see where this door is right here?
All right, so let me just enlarge that for you.
That door that is open right there.
All right. Is that door normally open?
No. It's locked most of the time.
Kelly, thanks for the cheers.
Does that door have access to the inside of your residence?
No, it don't.
All right. So the only way to be able to access that is that room where the dryer is to come outside?
That's the only way in or out of that room.
Okay.
But I was going into that room. I went this way on the side of my car into that room to put the blanket into the dryer. They came up. If you can pull that out some, they came up on this side and that's when he said he was gonna F me up. When
Did
he
you-
walked up to the side of these bricks, this cement brick right there, and she was steady saying, "You won't say nothing now because I have somebody with me. You scared to talk now." So
All right.
I was like, well, I really don't have nowhere to go because if you notice on this side, it's not much room.
Well, let me ask you, the bricks that you're referring to, just since I zoomed in a little bit.
It's slab
I'm
right
sorry to
there.
interrupt you, but is this somebody's witness? The lady that just walked in,
Oh, I'm sorry.
is that? you?
No.
Okay, go ahead, excuse me, I didn't mean, but
No, that's,
No problem, Your Honor. So, the bricks that you're saying that they walked up to, where are those
well, that
bricks?
slab of cement right there, where the
Okay.
bicycle is,
Okay, if you could just step down and point to it, just so that we're clear.
is this slab right here. Sorry, don't get in the way.
All right.
This slab right here, that goes,
Does that slab go all the way to the wall?
it does.
All right. And to be able to get into the laundry room, are there any steps?
No,
All
no.
right.
And if you see, it's not much room for me to be able to get by.
All right. And just for clarity, you said Johnson. Do you know the full name of the male that you was referencing?
I mean, I do now after this situation, but I didn't know him at all at that time. I had never seen him other than sitting on the porch with her lately then at that time. He would be on the porch with her, they would be drinking and smoking and talking, but, I never met him, so I didn't know him.
All right. And so what do you now know his name to be?
Jim Johnson?
All right. And so Jim Johnson and Tanya Driver walked up to those bricks, and that's when they made the initial statements to you?
Yes.
All right. Did you know why they had approached you?
I don't know. It has to be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can only think, but I don't know.
And so when they made these statements to you, what was your statement back?
To get out my yard.
And where were you standing at the time?
I was still on this side of the truck trying to come back around because I had went into the laundry room, and I didn't want them to do nothing to me because I didn't have nowhere to go. I was cornered. I was stuck between that dryer that's
Monica,
stuck right there
Thanks for
and
the
my
cheers.
truck.
Thank you.
All right. And you said the dryer. I'm gonna zoom in here. What is that white object that's right there?
That's an old dryer that didn't work anymore.
All right. And you said that's where you were stuck between?
Yeah, I was trying to get back out this way.
All right. And so what did you ultimately do?
I came on out and ran up those steps and went through that door, and they were still yelling at the door. I just went on in, I went through, I checked on my mom to make sure she was okay. Then I seen my granddaughter pull up, and I came, because when I walked back to the living room, and I really heard her when she pulled up, because she sped into the yard.
Well, let me stop you. When you said you ran up those steps, which set of
The
steps are you
side
talking?
steps.
All right.
When I
The steps
came
that's on the
out
right
of there,
side?
I just ran straight up those steps.
I'm sorry.
On
The
the
steps
side.
that's, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I ran up these steps on the side. When I came out of there, I ran this way and came up those steps on the side.
Okay. Now, once you were inside, did you lock the door?
No.
All right. Did you observe where Jim Johnson and Tanya Driver were
But
once
when I
you were
went
inside?
they were still standing on the other side of the slab.
All right. But in your yard?
Yeah.
All right. And did they make any statements to you at that time?
They were still yelling. I couldn't tell you what they were saying, but I just went on inside and I went back to my bedroom. And as I was walking back toward the living room, that's when I heard my granddaughter's car.
Do you know how much time elapsed in between?
I really don't.
Okay.
I really don't.
All right. And you heard your
It wasn't long.
you heard your granddaughter's, did you, well,
And
did
I
you,
looked out that living room window. It's a window on the side. I don't think you can see it.
all right, so let me back up here. So you heard the car,
Right.
you looked out the window,
Yeah.
all right, and you said that there was a living room window.
Yeah.
In
mean,
this
even-
picture, can you see that living room window?
Yeah. Even though this bush is here, I can still see if I'm on the inside.
All right, and I know you was pointing at your
Yeah,
monitor.
I'm sorry. Even though that big bush is here, I can still see if I'm on the inside. I can see when I'm standing in that living room.
All right, and so when you saw the car,
I ran back out that front door.
you ran out the front door.
Right.
All right, when you saw her car,
When she pulled up in the yard,
okay, why did you run out?
because Jim Johnson ran toward her car, and he grabbed the handle of her car as I was coming down those steps. And he said, "Get out, I got something for you."
All right. Now, was the car backed in or was it pulled forward?
Now, she flew into the yard. She was flying. She flew into the yard. Her car came here. Her front wheel was on the grass.
All right. And you're sure about that,
I'm
that fact?
positive.
All right.
I'm positive. 'Cause I came down those steps. He was on this side, on the cement, with his hand on her passenger side door.
All right. Now, and I'm looking, you said that she pulled in forwards, correct? She pulled in forward?
Oh, yes.
All right. And Mr. Johnson's hand was on the driver's side. So which side of the
Not
driver?
side, passenger.
I'm sorry, the passenger side. Excuse me. He was on the passenger side, and so which side of the driveway was he standing on?
He was on this, in the driveway. He was on the cement. He was on the driveway. Her car was slanted. Her front wheel was on my grass.
All right. And so you stated that he was trying to open up the handle. Did you know where Tanya Driver was at that time?
She was standing on the grass over here.
Okay.
But
Did she make any statements that time that you
she was talking
recall?
the whole time. I can't tell you what she was saying because I was focusing on him and my granddaughter.
Do you recall what he may have been saying?
I really don't know what she was saying. After he told her to get out, he got something for her. He was my main focus
All right.
because I couldn't let him hurt my grandchild.
So do you recall any other statements that Mr. Johnson made?
Well, he was saying I mean, he was just saying a lot of things, but then that's when my other daughter came to the door, and I yelled for her to call the police.
All right. And did police actually
The
come?
police came.
All right. And with regard to your granddaughter, which granddaughter was it?
Mariah.
All right. Last name Flowers?
Yes.
All right. So, did she tell you why she was there?
Somebody had called her and told her that somebody was bothering me, and she had pulled up.
Okay. And what was Mariah's, disposition, during that period of time?
She's mad. She wanted to make sure I was all right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
We need to turn it off.
All right. So, did she seem upset to you?
Upset or frightened, trying to make sure I was okay.
Okay.
But she got angry when he said he had something for her. Then he had said words to her, and I asked her, what did he say? And he said he was going to shoot her in the face.
All right. And did you have to restrain her at all?
I did.
All right. Were you pulling on her at all?
No, I was pushing her back toward the left side.
All right. And did you know why he was making these statements to your granddaughter?
I didn't, because neither one of us had done anything to him.
And did you actually talk to the police when they were there?
I did.
All right. And as a result of talking to the police, what occurred?
Nope. Defense attorney.
Nothing except the fact that they made us sign a paper saying that we wouldn't go on their side and they wouldn't come on our side.
Do you recall Mr. Johnson and Ms. Driver making any allegations at that time regarding you or your grandson, Napoleon Flowers?
They were saying that we had done a whole lot of things to them, but we hadn't done anything to them.
And do you recall them making any allegations regarding any incidents on Friday, May the 12th of 2023?
They kept saying Napoleon did something to them Friday, but Napoleon wasn't there Friday. He was there Saturday to wash clothes.
Okay. Do you know when Napoleon arrived at your home?
I was at work when he got there.
And do you know whether Napoleon owns a vehicle?
His vehicle wasn't working at that time. It was tore up then.
Do you know whether his do you know who his girlfriend was?
Judge Crawford had it muted. That's fine. He mutes more. Luckily, he mutes the jury instructions. When they stream in Georgia, there's a couple of us. Same thing, every stream. No sound, no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound, there's no sound. We keep begging him. Yesterday, I thought he was going to keep the verdict muted, and I was just typing in the chat, Judge, please, in capital letters, Judge, please unmute, Judge, please, because we went through this whole trial, and then he was muted, and I thought, oh, he was muted for jury instructions. Jury came back, they were talking, still muted. I was like, Judge, please unmute, please. And then he unmuted, so I got the verdict.
They had the same vehicle and it wasn't working.
All right. Do you know who his girlfriend is?
I do.
All right.
Michaela Gertman
All right. And do you know where they was residing at that time?
in Cochran.
All right. And so neither one of their vehicle for both of them was not working.
The last trial, I got into a small fight with one of the other people in chat. Very tiny fight. Very, very tiny. It was muted again. And it was one of those dockets where there was multiple defendants coming up, like for arraignment or first appearance. And the judge muted it. We couldn't hear. While this one guy was up there. And this one other guy was like, no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. He kept typing it. And I was like, maybe this one is not public. I said, maybe he's muting this one because it's not public. And this guy says, all trials are public. All of them. I said, no, sir, they're not. There's some that are not public. All trials are public. Every single criminal trial is public. He said, I have seen over 100. Guys, he has seen 100 trials. That's nice. That's how I replied. I just said, that's nice, and I stopped. I stopped talking.
At that time?
No.
All right. And you're sure that he wasn't at your residence on that Friday?
He wasn't there Friday.
All right. Now, turning your attention to the date of the shooting, which is May the 14th. Well, let me go back before I go there. I'm sorry. You had stated that Ms. Driver and Mr. Johnson, really the interaction that you had with him or saw him was outside drinking and smoking. Was that on the front of the house or the back of the house?
They would usually, I'd never seen them on the back. I don't go on the back of the house. They was on the front porch.
Okay. And do you know what marijuana smells like?
Yes.
All right. And when you're saying that they were smoking, what exactly are you referencing?
They smoked marijuana. They had vapes. They were, they had beers out there. They would be, I can't tell you what was in their glass, but.
Do you recall making any statements to law enforcement about the behavior of those neighbors once they are consuming alcohol?
I told them that they get aggressive every time they're drinking, and when they're drinking and smoking, they always become aggressive.
Now, turning your attention to Sunday, that Mother's Day, May the 14th of 2023. Do you recall the events of that day?
I do. I don't know what happened on the outside. I remember coming home and going into the house.
All right. And once you, when you were in the house, who was on the property itself, both inside and outside, that you can recall?
On the inside, when I first got home on the inside, Mariah was on the inside because she was watching my mom until I got home. Once I got home, she went outside with Michaela. Justice had pulled up to bring me a gift, and then he went out. And Napoleon, Michaela, and they were outside. And then Justice went outside, and Rye went outside.
All right. When you say Rye, who's Rye?
Mariah.
All right.
Mariah Flower.
And who was on the inside of the house at that time?
On the inside, me and a grandson and my mom.
All right. Now, while you were on the inside, did you hear any commotion at all on the outside?
I didn't.
All right. At some point, did you hear any gunshots on the
I
outside?
heard those.
All right. Now tell me, to the best of your recollection,
I heard
where
that
were
name
you
before
when you
once,
heard
man.
those gunshots?
I was in the kitchen.
All right. And
Catch me outside.
I know we're not on the inside of your house in this picture, but can you describe where the kitchen may be located?
It's, It's back behind this, if you was behind that wall, you would have to go down. I can't really show you where it is in here,
Okay.
because right here would be the living room. Behind this wall is the living room, and behind the living room is the kitchen.
All right. Does the kitchen have a window that faces out towards Ms. Driver's house?
No,
All right.
the space is in my backyard.
Is there any window that faces out toward Ms. Driver's house?
No,
All right. The door that is at the top of those steps, does that door have a window?
it does.
All right. Is that the only surface where you can see out on that wall?
It is.
All right. And on the front of the house, I know that you stated earlier about the bush being there, but you can still see out. Any other surfaces on the front of the house where you would be able to see any activity towards Ms. Driver's house?
No, not unless I come outside.
All right. And in that same window, can you see to the right, which would be the left off screen in this photo? And I guess is there a window where you would be able to see any activity that would occur over here?
Like in the front of my house?
In the front of the house on this side?
Yeah, I could see over there if I went back into my bedroom.
Okay, all right. Is the bedroom on that same wall, or is that a different wall?
Yeah, it's on that same wall.
Okay. So you heard the shooting. At that point, did you talk to anybody or see anybody inside the house when you heard those shots?
No, when I heard those shots, I ran to the front door.
All right. And what did you see when you ran to the front door?
I seen Napoleon run past me.
Okay. And do you know where Mariah and Michaela were at that time?
I didn't see them right then at that time.
Okay. At what point did you see them?
When they walked up behind me, so they must have been inside already, because they came behind me in the doorway.
Okay. Did you see Justice?
I didn't.
And what were your next actions after you saw Napoleon run by after hearing the shots?
I told Michaela not to go out there because she was trying to get past me. And then I turned and I started looking I was looking that way because I was still trying to find out what happened. Because I didn't know what happened, I just heard gunshots. And I seen him run around that way.
Okay. Do you know where Justice was parked?
I don't. He wasn't parked in the driveway. I would have seen his car.
All right. But Napoleon ran in the opposite direction.
Napoleon ran this way, across the yard.
Okay. Now, after seeing Napoleon run by, you said that you was looking out, trying to see what occurred. Which window was you looking out of?
I was at the door. I was at the front door.
All right. Was the
No
door
window.
open? I'm
No
sorry.
window. The door open. I was in the doorway. I opened the door and came to the doorway.
Okay. All right. Did you step out or did you just peer around?
But I actually stepped on if I was standing out on this ledge right here,
Okay.
and I was looking out.
And when you were looking out, did you make any observations in trying to see what happened?
I did. I seen Kayla Davidson pull up in front of Tanya's house. She got out her car. She didn't go inside Tanya's house, but she went to the porch.
Okay.
And then both of them walked back to Kayla's car. They opened the back door, and she took off and went this way. She went this way, because she was parked in front, like this, but she went that way.
All right. And the door that you're saying that they opened on the car, where was that?
The back, passenger.
All right. And do you know Kayla Davidson?
Yeah.
All right. Do you know?
I don't know her personally, but I know her.
Okay. Do you know Kayla Davidson and Miss Driver to have any particular connection or relationship?
They were there every day. She was over there at her house every day, so they had to be friends.
All right. Do you know Miss Driver's daughter or son-in-law?
I don't know them, but I've seen them over at her house.
All right. And did you see Miss Driver, other than walking back out with Kayla, did you make any observations of Miss Driver while you were on the steps? Or stoop, I guess.
She went back inside after Kayla drove off, so I don't know what else she did after that.
All right. Do you know whether she was on the phone or not?
She had a phone in her hand.
All right. So after you observed that, did that pique your interest at all?
Well, I wasn't really thinking about it at that time, but I did wonder why she left. Because then she came back after the police came. But she came from the other direction that time.
All right. And so, in looking at this photo, when she was leaving, she drove left. But when she was coming back, she drove right. Okay. Who was around you when you made that observation?
My daughter Kylie had got there, and Mariah was, like I said, was behind me in the doorway. Michaela was there, and that was about it.
All right. Do you recall making any statements to them regarding evidence or preservation?
I don't.
Do you recall making any statements to them and talking about what you had observed with Kyla Davidson?
Yeah, I mean, we all seen the same thing.
Give me just a minute, ma'am, my card's full.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. We didn't just say anything about it at that time because we didn't think anything.
All right. Now, did you give statements to law enforcement on that date?
Yeah, we did. We
All right.
gave statements to them.
Had you saw the shooting at all?
No.
All right. Did you know anything about an argument, or not? Did you know anything? Let me just rephrase that. Did you personally hear an argument?
With who?
An argument ensuing. Did you personally hear an argument ensuing on that date?
I didn't personally hear anything.
All right.
So this witness did not see anything or hear anything. Good to know.
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Anything else that you could think of note of what you observed on that date?
Not really.
All right. And after the shooting,
that
did you
sucks.
continue
I'm
to
sorry.
reside at that location?
I didn't.
All right. what did you do?
I moved into my daughter's house, Kylie Flowers.
All right, all right. No further questions at this time.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Flowers, I have a couple of questions for you, and I want to start back a little bit earlier. Let's start on Friday, which would have been May the 12th.
Okay.
Do you recall that day?
Nothing specific about it. I mean,
Okay.
what do you want to know about it?
Okay, let me ask you some questions, and this is just gonna be about May the 12th on that
Okay.
Friday. Do you remember if you were at home that day?
I work.
Okay, so you worked that day?
I did.
Just to give the jury an idea, what are your work hours?
Usually 4:30 in the morning till, at that time, it was till about 6.
Okay, and is that 6 in the morning,
No, 4:30 in the morning till 6 in the evening.
6 p.m.? Okay. All right. And when you left your house very early that morning, who was there at that time?
That morning, on Friday, sitter. I had a sitter that comes and sit with my mom.
Okay. And,
And the corner and the children, because they had to go. No, they wasn't in school. They might have been out of school, but the corner and the children were there.
okay, now who is Naquana?
No, Jerome,
My daughter.
if you die, you
Okay.
have to tell us.
And is it her kids?
Yes,
Okay. Is that the date that Tanya Driver said that Napoleon had made the comments toward her?
since I wasn't there, I wouldn't know.
Okay. Do you remember when Mr. Smith asked you if Napoleon was at your house on that Friday?
Right. But he wasn't there when I went.
Okay. If you were gone to work from 4:30 to 6, how would you know if he was or wasn't there?
Because I come back to my house at 8:30 because
Okay.
I feed my mom. Then I leave and I come back at 12 because I have to feed my mom, change her, do everything I need to do for her. I know I have a sitter. I feel better when I do those things myself for my mother. But he wasn't there none of those times I went home.
Okay. But you would agree with me that during the hours that you were not there, it's possible he could have been there and you just didn't see it or know.
If he got a ride there, one of us usually have to go get him because his car wasn't working.
Okay. Now, let's fast forward to the next day, which is gonna be that Saturday, May the 13th. What were you doing that day?
Working?
Okay, and on Saturdays, do you work those same hours?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I work half
tell-
days.
Okay, tell the jury what hours you work on a Saturday.
I leave my house same time, 4:30, 4:45, but I come back by 1.
Okay, and, can you remember about what time it was on Saturday this incident happened with Mariah and the neighbors?
I don't remember what time it was.
Do you
But
know?
it had to be after that because I remember coming home from work. So it wasn't too long after that.
Okay. Would you say maybe late afternoon or kind of mid-afternoon?
I'm not really sure what time it was. I don't want to speculate because I don't know.
Okay. Now, were you in the house at the point that Mariah pulls up?
I was in the house when she first pulled up.
Okay,
I heard her pulling up. That's what made me go to the door.
okay. And when you looked out the door, were you looking out that front door where the steps are going up the front?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you opened that door, what did you see?
I seen him coming back across, coming there from where the end of that slab, coming over to Mariah's car. By the time I got down those steps, he had his hand on her car door saying, "Get out, I got something for you."
Okay. Now, looking at that picture of your front yard and your driveway, where was the hood of Mariah's car positioned?
grass. So her hood had to be like right here. Her car, when she sped in, she just turned in.
Okay.
fast.
So just to make sure I understand, the hood was facing toward,
Yeah,
The
toward my
house.
house.
okay. Are you sure she didn't back in?
I'm positive she didn't back in.
Okay. Are you sure that Jim was on the passenger side of the car?
Yes, because he was on the cement,
Okay,
and the driver's side was, like I said, he would have had to be on this side of my house and in the grass.
okay. And are you sure that his hand was on the passenger door handle?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Do you have any doubt or confusion about
I
that?
don't.
Okay. All right, now let's fast forward to a little bit later on that day. At any point, did Mariah leave?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she went when she left?
No.
Okay. Did she bring Napoleon and Michaela back?
Later on, to
Okay.
wash clothes,
All right, so it was the night of the 13th.
that she brought them back.
Okay. All right, when they got to the house, what were they doing that night?
Washing clothes.
Okay. And were they outside that night? Were they in the house?
Yeah, they sit on the porch all the time
Okay.
because I don't allow nobody to smoke in my house, and they smoke cigarettes, so they have to go outside.
All right. Did anything else happen that night?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Now let's fast forward to that Sunday, which would have been Mother's Day on the 14th. How did that day start out?
It was fine. I mean, I went to work and came home. I went to work, came back at 8:30 to feed my mom, like I always do. Went back to work. Mariah called me about 10:30, 11, and said that my mother had used the bathroom, and they're young, they don't want to change that, so I had to go back home and change her. And I did that, and I called back to the jail and told them, look, I'm just gonna stay because my mom had the runs, and I knew they weren't gonna tend to her. So, I stayed. I started cooking a meatloaf after that because we had all decided we were just gonna go to Kylie's house and eat, because I was gonna go ahead and make the meatloaf and take it over to my daughter's house because they were already drinking on the porch and being loud. So I said, well, look, we just gonna go to Kylie's house. It's Mother's Day. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
So I was in the kitchen. I went on back in the kitchen and started cooking. And all of them were sitting outside laughing and playing. But I don't let the little ones go out. I just don't. Not no more.
Okay. Now, when you say they were on the porch drinking,
They had
being
went on
loud,
the porch after I came. Well, no, not my house. They weren't drinking on at the porch. I'm talking about when Tanya and it was another man over there, and Mr. Johnson was over there. And they were all out there already drinking, and they had a little grill, and they I didn't want no problems with them because every time they drink, something happens. So that's when I told mine we would just go to Kylie's house.
now what did you see them drinking?
I don't know what they were drinking. I can't
Don't
tell you
know.
what was in those glasses they had. I don't.
So you don't know if it was alcohol or,
I don't know what they had. I mean,
Okay. okay. So can you tell the jury one more time, where is your kitchen in relation to the carport and that side yard beside it?
in relation to the carport,
Yes, and the little side yard with the grass.
it's on the other side. You can't. The kitchen is toward the backyard.
Okay.
You can't see it from here, but it's in that back of that.
All right, do you see the door up under the carport? If you walk through that door, where does it open up into?
It's a little space. It's the living room, I guess you can say, because it's just right there toward the living room.
Okay, and when you step in that door, how far is the kitchen from there?
You have to, it's not far, you just walk back
Okay,
a few steps back.
and you were in the kitchen and you were cooking, getting stuff ready for Mother's Day. Were Justice, Mariah, Michaela, Napoleon,
They
or
were
any
sitting
of,
on those the side steps.
so they were all outside?
Right,
They wasn't, nobody was in the house but you at that time?
right. Well, my mom was.
Your mom, okay. At that point, when they were outside, did you hear any arguing start up?
No. See, when you can't see the kitchen from there, but you have to walk back.
Okay,
So I wasn't by that door at all, so I couldn't hear them. I was over in the corner where the stove and stuff is at.
okay,
So I didn't hear them at all. I didn't hear them.
okay. Now, at any point, did you see Mariah and Michaela come in the house to come get you?
I didn't. Because like I said, you can't see. Once you in the kitchen where I was at, it's a big wall. You can't, the living room wall is there. You can't see anything. It's a wall. So if they come through that door and go toward the back, I won't see anything.
Okay,
They'll just head straight to the back. And if they went that way and I went that way, that was how I missed them. That's why I said I didn't see them till they walked up behind me.
okay. But they never came in the kitchen to
No,
come
they
get
didn't go
you?
into the kitchen. They
Okay.
went probably to the back.
Okay. Now, did you know Napoleon to carry a gun?
I know he had one. Yes.
Okay. Did you know if he had it with him when he come to your house that night before?
I don't.
Okay. Did you ever see it at any point that Saturday or that Sunday?
I didn't.
Okay. Now, a couple of minutes ago, Mr. Smith asked you a few questions about, on the day of the incident on Mother's Day when law enforcement got there. When law enforcement got there, did you talk to them?
Of course.
Okay. Do you remember who it was that you had talked to?
I talked to the chief. The chief came in. And I don't know all their names. I don't. And Dow. I don't know everybody's name.
Okay. Do you remember talking to a GBI agent as well?
Of course.
Okay. Now, at that point, when you were talking to local law enforcement and then GBI, did you ever tell any of them about this Kayla Davidson coming up in Tanya's yard?
I didn't, because like I said, I didn't have any real thoughts about it. I seen her, but I didn't think nothing of it, because she was always over there.
Okay. At what point did you learn that somebody had died next door?
It was after all that was going on, and I didn't know he had died. I just know somebody got shot.
Okay.
They had said something that he had got shot. And
Okay.
that was from Tanya yelling out in the yard.
Okay. Now, after you had learned that somebody next door had been shot, did you tell law enforcement about Kayla coming then?
I didn't think about it anymore.
Okay.
To
At
be
any,
honest with you, at that point, my main worry was my grandsons.
okay. Now, after that day, at any point after that, did you tell law enforcement about Kayla?
No, I hadn't talked to law enforcement anymore after that.
Okay. Why didn't you reach out and tell them about Kayla?
I don't know.
No further questions.
Anything on redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. stated that you didn't know, what the individuals at Ms. Driver's house may, have been drinking. Do they have a certain pattern of what they do when they're on that front porch?
Yeah, they always drink and smoke. Sometimes they have beers, and I can tell what it is if they got beer. But you can tell it's alcohol because they're drunk when they get through. And that's when they get aggressive and start saying stuff toward us. Otherwise, I wouldn't even think it was alcohol. You could be drinking a soda.
And on this particular date, could you tell whether it was beer or not?
I couldn't, because I didn't. I know they had beers the day before.
All right.
Because I saw the cans. But this day they had like solo cups. It was just clear cups.
Okay. Now, with regard to walking through the carport door, and Mariah and Michaela, before the shots, did you notice anyone inside of the residence?
No, it's like I said, if they run through, I can't see them from the kitchen because usually if they looking for me, they run straight to my bedroom, which is in the back of the house. And if you open that door, I don't know I can't see around that wall right there.
And if they open that door to go to your bedroom, is that a straight shot?
It is.
All right. And when you heard the shots, you went from the back of the house to the front of the house?
Yeah, I went from the kitchen to the front door.
All right. And you said the kitchen was in the back of the house, right?
Right.
All right. And once you went to the front door, did you see Mariah and Kayla behind you at any point?
Well, I didn't turn to look, but when I got to the door, that's when they was behind me.
Okay. Now, with regard to Kayla Davidson, at what point did you believe that there was more of an issue with Kayla Davidson being at the residence prior to law enforcement and leaving prior to law enforcement?
When I don't know, it was just sketchy, and it was just like nobody could ever do anything or find anything. I was like, they told me they would come back and talk to me. They came and they searched the house and did everything they would do. They never asked any more questions of me. And it was like they didn't care.
Who was they?
The police, nobody ever came back.
All right. That's all I have.
All right, anything on recross?
No, Your Honor.
All right, is this witness excused from her subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can step down, man. Call your next witness, Mr. Smith.
Call Corporal Rob Stowe.
Corporal Self.
Stowe.
Sir, if you'll come up and have climb up into the witness box and then raise your right hand for me, please, okay? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Have a seat. Upon being seated, if you'll state your name for the record and then spell it for the benefit of the court reporter, okay?
I'm Corporal Rob Stull, S-T-U-L-L,
And Corporal Stoll, where are you employed?
City of Eastman Police Department.
How long have you been with the Eastman Police Department?
Close to 4 years or so.
4?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any law enforcement experience prior to that?
Yes.
All right, and where were you prior to that?
Lee County and Pulaski.
Okay. And, at some point, were you with, Darton College Campus Police?
Yeah, that's right, for a little bit. Yes, sir.
And what about Lee County Sheriff's Office?
Yeah, that was the first place I
All
went
right.
to work in law enforcement.
Now, in your job as a police officer, do you have occasions to go out on service calls?
What do you mean by service call?
All right. Someone calls 911, dispatch is going to dispatch a police officer. Do you handle those types of calls?
Oh, I do. Yes,
All
sir.
right. And do you recall making a service call on May the 13th of 2023?
That's gonna be the Saturday, correct?
That's a Saturday?
Yes, I remember.
All right. And do you recall what occurred once you arrived on that call?
I do.
All right. And if you can share with us with your recollection of what occurred.
We got called to basically it was a neighbor dispute about a female that parked her vehicle in such a way that the neighbor didn't care for it.
Okay.
And it ended up, when they said something to her, it got heated.
Okay. Do you know who called?
I don't.
All right. Do you know the parties who were there?
I do. I believe the female in question with the vehicle is Mariah Flowers. I can't remember the man's name. I'm just not good with that, and his wife. If I heard the name again, I could tell you.
All right. Now, so I don't kind of draw blood out of you. Have you looked at the incident report regarding that service call in any recent time?
No, not recently. I'm not.
If you was able to look at that
Oh, yes.
report, would
That'd
that?
be great. That would help. Yes.
All right. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
Thank you.
Just let me know when you've had sufficient time after being able to
Okay.
look at your report.
I'm good.
All right. Do you remember the parties involved?
I do.
All right. And who are the parties involved?
It was Mariah Flowers, and Jim Johnston was was involved, and so was, I think her name was Tanya Driver. Mr. Johnson, Ms. Driver lived next door to Mariah Flowers' grandmother, Pam.
All right. And do you recall any allegations that Mariah Flowers made against Mr. Johnson?
The biggest thing that, it was extremely heated when we showed up. Couldn't get a lot of information forthcoming from anybody on either side.
Okay. You said it was extremely heated. What do you mean?
Yelling.
What did you personally observe
Yelling
that
and
you can
arguing.
recall?
Arguing.
All right. And where were the parties, to the best of your recollection?
Okay, the flowers were in grandma's yard, and Mr. Johnson and Ms. Driver were in their yard.
All right. And do you recall any statements by Mariah Flowers that Mr. Johnson said that he was there to blow things up?
I do remember that.
Do you recall Mariah Flowers making any statements
Leading.
regarding Jim Johnson saying that he had a number of weapons in his vehicle and he wasn't afraid to use them?
I don't remember if he said it was in his vehicle or not, but I know he said he had some in the house.
He said that he had some in the house?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I guess just to refresh your recollection, if you can just take a scan of your report again. Well, let me ask you this. Whenever you are out on a service call, you memorialize some of those interactions and service calls in your police reports, correct? And you'll agree that, you know, in looking at those reports may be a little bit more accurate in time than your independent memory.
Absolutely.
Let's just let the lawyer testify. We don't need the police officer at all, apparently. Judge, wake up. Judge, wake up.
Okay.
It's a murder trial.
And so, from that standpoint, do you recall Mariah Flowers stating something regarding there being guns in Johnson's vehicle?
Yes.
All right. Do you recall asking Mr. Johnson about that statement from Mariah regarding there being weapons in his vehicle?
Honestly, I don't remember, but I do remember when I was trying to talk to Mr. Johnson, he was not forthcoming and he was not very easy to talk to or get any information out of.
All right. Do you recall the odor of any
I
alcoholic
do,
beverages?
yes, sir.
And do you recall Pamela Flowers making a statement that whenever Mr. Johnson is drinking, that he and Tanya Driver get mean and confrontational?
Honestly, don't remember that, but I do remember that there's had been ongoing issues between both sides for a while. So that wasn't the first time that stuff like that's gone on.
Okay.
But as far as what Ms. Pam told me, I don't remember.
All right. Independently, you don't remember
I
that?
don't, no.
All right. In looking at your report, does that refresh you as to whether she made that statement?
No, but if it's in here, I said it, yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, say that one more time?
If it's in my report, I mean, at this point, I don't remember. It's been, what, 2 years almost?
All right.
So,
Take your time and refresh your memory with the report.
Calm down, Judge. Calm down. Your heart. Stay calm. I don't think so. Yeah. I
Okay.
think Napoleon.
All right.
We'll find
So
out.
going back to that statement, do you recall Pamela Flowers stating that Mr. Johnson and Ms. Driver get mean and confrontational when they drink?
yes. And that she's afraid of.
And I'm sorry, that last part?
She's afraid of.
All right. And with regard to Mr. Johnson, do you recall him making the allegation that Mariah Flowers had pulled in front of their residence and exited the vehicle?
Yes, sir. And made some statement that she was going to assault them, or according to what my report says, fuck them up.
All right. Now, outside the two of them, did you make any
Monica, that's
efforts
what
to
it
talk
is.
to
Thank
neighbors
you.
regarding what occurred?
I did.
All right. And who did you talk to?
It was a juvenile Hispanic male. Armando Godoy, I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Now, he's not a witness in this case. I don't want you to go into anything that he has said. But after talking to him, did you make any determinations as to who was the primary aggressor between Johnson and Driver versus Pamela Flowers and Mariah Flowers?
He wasn't willing to forthcome with any information.
All right. But did you make any determinations as to who the primary aggressor was after speaking to him?
Yeah, Driver and Johnson.
All right. Thank you. No other questions, John.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Officer Stoll, I want to go back all the way to when you first arrived on scene. If you can keep that in mind, when you first arrived on scene and got out of your car, what did you observe at that time?
I observed Pamela, grandmother, holding back Mariah Flowers, trying
Okay.
to physically restrain her from basically getting away and going over there
Now, when you say over there,
to the driver's house.
okay. And I know when Mr. Smith asked you about this a moment ago, you said that immediately when you got there, it was pretty heated and pretty bad.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
It was a hot call, meaning that rationalization with anybody at that point was not going to happen. You know, you basically had to separate and communicate and figure it out from there.
Okay. And when you drove up and saw Miss Pam holding back Mariah, was it your understanding she was trying to get back over there?
I mean, in my opinion, yeah, that's what she was doing, but. I
Okay.
mean,
And, at that time, was she hollering, saying anything?
She was.
What
I
do you?
don't, it's just a bunch of cussing.
Okay, so just a bunch of
Just a-
verbal
right.
cussing back and forth.
Correct.
Okay. And, where was Tanya and Jim standing in relation to where Pam and Mariah was?
They were in their yard,
Okay.
kind of near their front porch.
Okay. And at some point, did you go over there and try to talk to Tanya and Jim?
I did.
Okay.
I
Now-
tried to talk to more so Jim than I did Tanya because my partner was talking. When we first arrived on scene, Corporal Rose went there and I went to where Mariah was. Then once I noticed it getting heated between Johnson and Tanya to a certain extent, I went over there because I didn't feel safe with him being over there by himself.
Okay. Now, when you went over there, to Tanya and Jim, do you recall Tanya making any comments that there had been something that happened, with Napoleon the day before?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was.
Okay. What do you remember about that?
I mean, honestly, what I can tell you is that they've basically been feuding back and forth for a while, right? And Tanya would constantly call about Napoleon minding his own business on his property. So, I don't recall exactly what happened the day before.
Okay. Now, I know you had just mentioned that everything was really heated and nobody would really cooperate on either side at that point. Let me ask you this, were there ever any charges or any warrants taken at that point on anybody?
No,
And can you just tell the jury why?
no cooperation.
Okay.
My best witness wasn't talking. Bothers me that I couldn't do anything. It's still in the back of my head, but I just didn't have, if anything, I could have gotten disorderly conduct and that would have been on everybody, but, you know, as far as anything more serious than that, I mean, we felt like we got everybody situated and calmed down and evidently that wasn't the case, so that was basically officer discretion on that after we talked about it.
Is it fair to say that Mariah would not cooperate with you for you to go any further?
I really wanted an independent witness.
Okay. And you say you really wanted an independent witness. Why is that?
Because they have nothing to gain or lose in the situation. You know, they're not related to any of the parties involved.
Now, there's also, it was brought up that there was a bar notice issued the day before. What is a bar notice?
It's basically a criminal trespass notice stating that if you go back on the driver property uninvited, you're going to jail for criminal trespass and vice versa. So everybody involved signed bar notices not to interfere.
Okay. And so from that bar notice, just to make sure that we understand correctly, that meant that nobody from the Flowers household could be going onto the Driver household property, and nobody from the Driver household could go onto the Flowers property. Is that?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions.
Anything on, redirect?
Just briefly, Your Honor. In the course of your investigation, did you come to the conclusion of not issuing arrests for anyone because of the conflicting testimony between the parties?
I didn't issue any arrests because I really, like I told her, no, I didn't have an independent corroborating witness that could, what's the word I'm looking for? To tell me 100% yes or no. And I know that my one independent witness was a young boy, and he was also scared too, and I get it, but that's why nobody was arrested. And plus, upon our arrival, nobody had violated that bar notice. So when I got there, there was nobody on the driver property that shouldn't have been, and vice versa for Miss Pam's property.
All right. And you had mentioned something along the lines of Ms. Driver calling the police all the time on Napoleon, who was minding his business on his property. What do you know about those calls?
I know she would accuse him a lot of being on his property, on her property.
She.
Oh, Miss Driver, I'm sorry, sir. All of that was unfounded. One case that sticks out the most is he was on his grandma's property smoking a cigarette, and she called. So it's almost like she was just messing with him to mess with him, in my opinion.
All right. No other questions, John?
Anything on recross?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Is he excused from his subpoena?
He is, Your Honor.
You're free to stay or go, sir.
Thank you.
Please go, sir. You added absolutely nothing. But the lawyer got to testify a little bit.
You got another witness?
I do, Your Honor. We would need to take up a matter before that witness, though.
All right. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's 10:20. Let's take our morning break now. We'll come back no sooner than 20 minutes of 11, but I don't know how long this situation that I've got to deal with is going to take, so it may be a little bit longer than that, okay? So, let's all rise for the jury.
Right, that's the testimony we got. Now, tomorrow we're going to hear both closing statements and get the full story and a little bit video, which is great. And then we'll have an idea about what actually happened with these neighbors. And then Sunday, we're going to get a verdict that is confusing as hell. So they get the verdict, and then nobody has any idea what to do. Judge just sends everybody home. Just everybody go home. Go home, come back tomorrow, go home. So the jurors think they're done. Jurors give a verdict, and the judge is like, you all need to come back tomorrow. Alternates too. Come back tomorrow, 9 o'clock, which is today. So at 9 o'clock, these people in Georgia are going back into this courtroom, back into their little jury box, to wait to see what the judge is going to decide. I don't know what he's going to, I don't know how he's going to handle this verdict. I mean, just the verdict alone, it's possible it's a mistrial. Can you get a mistrial just because of a verdict? I don't know. I think so. I think so. I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys. It's crazy. The verdict is crazy. But tomorrow we're going to hear both sides. So thank you so much for coming out today. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator. She's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright. She's got that grace. Come join the fun. It's a welcome and play. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh,